And we're live! Hi, everyone. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena. You are here with perfect timing. I am here to do readings for people with perfect timing. The game here is that I have 13 decks, and they all have a lot to say. And I have one playing card deck, which I use to choose which one gets to speak. And I already see a Francis. Hi, Francis! Because Francis is crying into the universe saying, Hi, Violet! Hi, Francis. I hope you're doing well. Francis says, I've been on standby for almost 30 minutes for you, waiting for you all. Alright, I'm sorry. I am 8 minutes left. Sorry, I'm 8 minutes late. Because I had scheduled it for 8:30. I don't know if, it shows that it's scheduled for 8:30. I apologize that you've been waiting for 30 minutes, so that's a long time. And Margaret says, hello. Hello, Margaret. And Francis says, no worries. I was also listening to something else, eating, drinking, and whatnot. Ah, good. So you weren't waiting with nothing to do. You were waiting with calm anticipation. That's very nice to hear. I'm glad. Well, tonight I am extra hydrated because I have my gallon jug of liquid here to get me through and keep me hydrated. Alrighty, let's see. Francis says, collective reading, please? Sure. And then Margaret says, will I get the home care agency job that I seen online? Francis says, well, I was in anticipation, but entertaining myself while waiting, all right. That's good. That's always good. That's a good space to be in. Alright. And will I be able to work in the school job and the home care job in August? Alright, so I see lots of questions and requests, so we're gonna write them down on the list. Oh, let's see here. So, Francis. And then Margaret. And then. Okay, and then Margaret. Margaret times 2, and then Francis. There we go. That's how we'll do it. Yeah, I really have to rehydrate. It's been a long, hot day. Extra hot, extra sweaty. So, I definitely need hydration, so please forgive me. I need to liquid up. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then put that there. And we're going to do a collective reading. A lovely collective reading. We're going to do all the cards. all the cards. 6 of Hufflepuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Robin Wood Terrets. A collector reading. Come on out. There we Nice collective reading. What reading do we have? We have the 4 of Cups. So stable emotions, and yet a little I would call this one like stable with stable emotions, but something's eluding me. That's it. So for the collective reading, this is a stable emotions, and yet something is eluding you emotionally. Like something is tickling you, and not sure what it is. Let me see what it is. It's something about finances. I'm looking back through the journey of finances. Yeah, sure, why not? Temperance. Okay. So there is this collective feeling of we're stable emotionally, but then there's something nagging at us. And then looking back, that we've done a lot of financial things and it feels really good. But then temperance is like the meditation card. Like it's time to dwell on it until we get an answer with it. So it is good to take a moment, think about it, and just work on the solution slowly. And I always say that you need a little bit of meditation with temperance. So everything is stable and good. We're just gonna have to do a little bit more positive meditation stuff here with the collective. Alright, I hope that helped you out, Francis. Okay, and then 2 Margarets. Let's see. Margaret, home care agency job. And both jobs in August. There we go. Let's find out. Let's find a deck. I should turn this so it's the right side up for people. Which deck? Which deck. And it is the Queen of Gryffindor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Octopus tears. So home care, agency job, and will Margaret be able to work both jobs in office? Oh, such a lovely deck to shuffle. Okay, so for the home care agency job, that is a yes. And then both jobs in August, also a yes. That's really nice. I'm gonna look further into the cards for details. The Six of Pentacles. So victory and money that you get the job. Congratulations. And then both jobs in August, the Moon. So it is going to be a balance. It's going to be a balance between two jobs and working a lot of nights. And you're going to have to balance that tame side with that wild side. And like when I say the tame and the wild, I mean the tame side is the fact that you have two jobs, but then the wild side is you have to work two jobs. That's a lot. So I wish you luck with your balance and make that money. Make that money. Good luck. I hope that helps you out, Margaret. And then we had Francis again. Please read energy of Cecilia today, please. Cecilia. Cecilia energy read. We need a deck for that. Alright, which deck? 5 of Slytherin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Octopus Turret. Very good. So, Cecilia energy. Cecilia energy is... we have the Seven of Wands. So a lot of looking back at past actions. A lot of action. What is it? Self-action. So looking back at their own actions. And the Sun. Okay. So really happy. And I'm going to say they're looking back at their old actions and pinpointing. Look, that's pretty good. So they're looking back at their own actions and seeing where the happiness is. That's pretty cool. That sounds really like a really positive person. Alright, I hope that helps you out. I'm going to hydrate and look at chat. Let's see here. Okay, Margaret says, be able to work the job and the agency job. Will I find the things I need at the pantry tomorrow? Yeah, I see Margaret's question. So Margaret's question. Francis, another question. Yep. Energy reading for Francis today. And then thank you for the collective. I love it. Very good. I'm glad. And Margaret says that I posted another question. Yes, you did, and I have it. It's right here. We're good. And then Francis says, question for the cards. Is Violet in the spectrum? I guess we'll ask the cards. John says, will my $250 go through my bank account? I snuck it. Okay, so John is on the board. Francis says, meh, I work 3 jobs alright. I shamelessly admit that I do it for the money. That's what jobs are for, and that is okay. I mean, every tarot card has a suit just for money. So, yes, it's okay. No shame in working jobs. It's alright. And John says, haha, I don't want to call it sneaking. I mean, I'm 28. I can make my own choices. And Francis says, I'm glad that Cecilia's energy is positive. And Francis says, thank you. You are welcome. Alright, so I'm going to get to the list here. Yeah, Margaret's hidden question. Will I find things I need at the pantry tomorrow? We need a deck. We're going to give a deck to help answer Margaret's question. Get a deck. Alright, number 2. 1, 2 is the Gay Tarot card deck. Will Margaret find the things she needs at the pantry tomorrow? Will Margaret find the things she needs at the pantry? Will the pantry have what Margaret needs tomorrow? Alright, and the answer is no. Aw. And it's Five of Swords. I do apologize. This is the defeat card, so I do apologize. But you'll be taking whatever lessons you learn there and taking them forward. That is your one silver lining, but it is a defeat since they won't have what you need. I apologize, Margaret. Okay, got Mert and then Francis. Another energy reading for Francis today. Get a deck. I think we had like 2 or 3, so energy reading for Francis. And then, sure, why not? And that looks like it was just those 2. Okay, so we have those 2 questions. We're gonna get a deck. Gonna be it's gonna be the card tarot. It is Ace of Hufflepuff, and I love that because Hufflepuffs and cats just go together. Friendship and cats. You can't get much better than that. Alright, so for the first one, the energy read is... we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. The Mastery of Swords. I mean, by the cat. The cat is playfully playing in the leaves. Claws extended, so thoughts fully, out there. And not afraid to show them off to those leaves. I sense some zoomies. I'm just gonna put that out there. This is not normally what that card is, but I really sense those zoomies right now. Because, playing in the leaves, bristle brush tail, I just feel like there's all kinds of fun stuff going on and playing. So that is the energy I have for Francis right now. And then is Violet on the spectrum, and it says Ace of Pentacles. I mean, it says yes. And the Pentacles is wealth energy and health. So it is into the health department on that one. So I'm going to leave that for you to interpret. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, John's was, let's see here. Will the 250 go through to my bank account? Okay, we need 10. We need a deck. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Supernatural deck. Let's put this down here. There we go. Will the 250 go through? Will the 250 go through? Will the 250 go through? And the answer is no. Queen of Bones. Oh, so Bones is wands here. This action. I'm getting mom vibes are going to say, no, we're not going to have that. And there's fire. So I just see a very unhappy woman in creating this no. And that is what I can give you, John. I hope that helps you out. And I'm gonna hydrate and look back at chat. Let's see. I don't want to call it sneaky. I'm in 28. I can make my own choices. And Francis says, I'm glad Cecilia's energy is positive. Francis says, thank you. And John says, I still feel the need to have a job so I can preserve my money. I think that's fair. And John says, but I mean, that's the belief you're feeding your subconscious, right? Do I really need a job, or is it because I've been programmed? Uh-huh. And Francis says, yes, no question, plus follow-up. I'm supposed to have my karmic kid on June 2027. Will I meet my woman this year? If so, how am I going to meet her? Okay. So I'm going to put Francis on the board. So I guess before I go further, see. John says, I mean, that's the belief you're feeding your subconscious, right? Do I really need a job, or is it because I've become programmed? I mean, what we did go over yesterday was, do you want more money? And therefore, the easiest path right now to get more money is a job. And I believe that's what we had said yesterday. And then I have John on the list. Like, I don't want to be lazy, have a business. And John says, you're kind of cutting out. Oh, I do apologize if I'm cutting out. Let me check the stream health. Let's see. Stream health says it looks healthy. I'm also a little bit groggy today. I'm not fully hydrated yet. La 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 la. There's nothing weird in OBS. So I do apologize. I do apologize if I still am cutting in and out, John. And Debbie says, hello, beautiful Sparkle. And Debbie says, can you pull a card and tell me what the universe has to say? Absolutely, Debbie. Okay, John says, I'll call the investment company to see if it's been blocked. Or I could just move out. You're not anymore. That's good. Alright, so it may have been the groggy voice. I'll have more water and maybe that'll fix that. Because I feel the grogginess. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I feel it. Ah. Alright, so. Good. Alright, so I'll be able to answer the list now that I've caught up on chat. Oh yeah, there it is. I was so dehydrated. Oh. Yeah, so it was like 90 to 100 today. It was very hot and I was very sweaty. So I am still hydrating and getting better. Alright, I have to retire these cards. I'm very sad. I really like my Harry Potter deck. But they are like literally bent in half. And they keep making my life difficult. Alright, you know what? Yes, we'll do this one. Different playing card deck. Alright. Good. There we go. And in you go. There you go. These aren't breaking. Yay! Unfortunately, the Harry Potter cards are a cheaper deck of cards, so I can't expect longevity with them. I could just pick up another deck. I'll see. I'll see. Oh, they're so soft. These are soft. I like them. Back to yes, no, question plus follow-up. Alright. So we need a deck now. We can now pick a deck with confidence. With confidence. Gonna be number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Gay Tarets. Alright, so yes, no, plus follow-up. I'm supposed to have my Karmic Kid on June 2027. Will I meet your woman this year? Okay. First, we gotta see if we get a yes. Will you be getting your lady this upcoming year? Or will you be getting your lady this year? Will you meet your woman this year? That's the question. Will you meet your woman this year? Okay. And the answer is yes. And the 4 of coins is being stable with your money. And the follow-up is the Ace of Swords. So it's going to be a beginning journey of logic. A beginning journey of logic. Let me see if there can get some more clarification with that. Alright, something to do with the intuitive. So something with the mind. Something intuitive. And this is the major arcana The High Priestess. So you're going to be getting a very mysterious, very wise, very intuitive lady. And you're going to have to do with logic. Alright, so I hope that helps you out, John. Not John. Francis. And then we're gonna go to Debbie, who wanted a card pulled. Alright. For the universe. Pull me a card and tell me what the universe has to say. Oh, universe. What do you have to tell Debbie? Oh, universe. What do you have to tell Debbie? Oh, universe. What do you have to tell Debbie today? Sorry, these are just super silky. Very nice. No, it's really nice when cards aren't breaking in your hands. So, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like those Harry Potter cards are gonna fall to dust in my palms. It's very sad. Oh well. I did get them at the Dollar Tree because they were Harry Potter. Very good. Alright. So, Debbie, the universe says 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, Debbie. So your finances are really good, first off. And it is about harvest time, I believe. Oh, yes. Yes, because all those shining lights in this picture are little coins to be harvested. And the comforts of wealth all around you. I feel like that's gotta have something more. 3 of Swords. Along with some heartbreak, weirdly enough. Or even the more literal term of the mind stabbing the heart. Or the mind not allowing the heart to be alive anymore. I mean, funny enough, this one's specifically drawing the fact that a heart is also the name of a stag, and that is being stabbed by the thoughts. So that's like a self-defeating card when your own thoughts are stabbing you or stabbing your emotions. But you definitely have around you good wealth. But there's something internal that was kind of missing. That's why I drew again. But that's for you to heal internally. It's good that you have a good environment to do it in, though. So do take in that you're in a good place to do this type of healing. That is what the universe has to say. Okay, I've caught up on the list. Put the baskets back. Now that I have cards that work. There we go. Okay, so John says, violent. I just feel like I'm being treated like a baby. So just, John, for that sentence, I'm wondering if that's a mistype and you're trying to say, Violet, I feel like I'm being treated like a baby, or if you violently feel like you're being treated like a baby and then you feel violent. Just if you could clarify. But to be fair, you are still living with your parents. You haven't left the nest yet, as far as I know. And kind of being under a parent's roof, there is a level of respect that energetically comes with. They have, how to say this, they built that place. It is theirs, therefore they own that space. And until you get your own space, you can't truly branch out. You are fit into a mold because that's just what parents do. They raise you to be a certain way, and then you leave home, and then you can break out of that shell. That's the fun of it. That is definitely the fun of it. I mean, I live with my grandmother, and I've had to go back into a bit of a shell. I do love her. And we work well together, but I do understand the boundaries of the household, and I am also on my journey to get my own place and get financially secure. But that is my journey, and you have your journey, and it's all in what the choices we make. Let's see. And Evelyn says, hello, good night. Hello, Evelyn, good night. Welcome. Welcome, Evelyn. Evelina. Welcome. I don't recognize your username. You might be new. Hello and welcome, and thank you for subscribing. Let's see. Francis says, thank you, Violet. Another reader told me that this woman will have psychic powers. Hey, that lines up really nicely. It's good. And Francis says, follow-up question, please. Have I met this woman yet? Alright, I'll put Francis on the board. And John says, Francis, you just gotta believe it will happen. And Francis says, John, I'm not too fussy about the woman. I just need someone with a womb who can give birth to my karmic kid. How will I make it happen? John says, Violet. Okay, that was me. Good. And John says, I moved out for a year. It's my money. I can do what I want. You just gotta assume it's already true. Francis. Evelyn says, hi, I would like a general love reading. Alright, Evelyn, I will give you a general love reading. Sounds like fun. Evelina, you are on the list. So Evelina, please be patient. I'm going to catch up with chat and then I'm going to do the whole list. So thank you for your patience. I'm going to continue reading chat. Let's see, and Francis says, thank you, John, for the advice. We have to claim it in the present moment. And question from Francis, is Violet going to meet the lottery in her lifetime? All right. You know what? Sure. All right. I guess I'll do that. Francis, is Violet going to meet the lottery in her lifetime? I don't know what you mean by meet the lottery. And John says, I mean, I'm a grown man, Violet. It's my damn money. I mean, if I want it living here, I can have it. Okay, John, I don't truly know what your situation is, and I don't know why your parents have control over your money, so I do apologize. I don't know what's going on. I can only wish you luck from here. And Evelyn says, thank you, you're very welcome. And John says, being treated like a complete baby. I understand, John, that you are very frustrated about that. And Evelyn says, sure, alright. So now that I have caught up on chat, I'm going to do the list. So Francis's question was... Francis wants to know if he has met the one. Has Francis met the woman? We're gonna get the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cat turret. Has Francis met the woman yet? Has Francis met the woman yet? Has Francis met the woman yet? And the answer is no. The Emperor. The Emperor sits alone. He does not have his Empress. He has not yet met his Empress. He's sad. Look at the face. He is sad. So, no, you haven't met her yet. Francis and then Evelina. General love reading, right? Yes. General love reading. So we're going to pick a deck. We're going to pick a deck. Gonna pick a deck for Evelina. Evelina. General love reading. And that's going to be number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the Octopus Tarot. For general love reading. General love reading. Alright, so we have the High Priestess. Very nice. And the High Priestess is the wise woman in the shadows, knowing what's going on and very intuitively tuned into the universe. And we have the world. We have the world. You are connected to the world and all of its lovely things. And interconnectedness, because with the High Priestess being intuitive, she draws her knowledge from the world. And then we have Judgment. So she is constantly refining herself and her skills. And she's very busy with that. She's very busy with refining herself. Refining herself. And then while you're refining yourself, you're going to find your King of Pentacles. So go towards your intuitive path. Refine yourself. Make your powers grow. Refine yourself into being more you. And then you will get your King of Pentacles. And your King of Pentacles is a wealthy, he's not just wealthy, he is knowledgeable on how to use his money. So that is amazing, and I do wish that for you. So keep going towards your intuitive side, Evelina, and you will find your King of Pentacles. Awesome. I like that. I really hope that for you. Sounds really lovely. Alright, I hope that helps you out. And then we got Francis's other question. Which was Is Violet going to meet the lottery? I want to see if John has clarified that question. Oh, win the lottery. Well, let's see what the cards say. Which deck? Which deck? 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every little thing you do is magic, you know. Da 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 da. Okay, and the question was, will Violet win the lottery? And the answer is yes. And along with that, it is the Oracle of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which would make sense with that winning. So, it's good to know. Good to know. Win, not meet. And Francis says, oh God, I'm glad. I'd be horrified if I have. And Katie R838 says, hey, let me share my situation with you. My husband and I have been married about 6 years. I can't have children, so we're trying to adopt. We've been in talks about a little girl. Is this our child? So I'm going to put Katie on the list. And I'm going to get to you once I catch up on chat, which won't take too much longer. So I'll be right with you. Thank you for your patience. Katie. Alright, there you are. I will get to you. And thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Alright, so is this our child? That's a very good question. I'm gonna ask the cards. We're gonna pick a deck for you first, then we're gonna answer that yes/no question. Okay, and that is A. That is the tarot card deck. That's a good deck. Because cats and kids, best combo. Cats and kids. Oop, there we go. And the question is this our child? Is the child, the little girl, is the little girl your child? Is this little girl your child? Okay, and the answer is no. This is not it. So the cards ask you for temperance, which is patience, and to meditate on this and then go find a solution. But you gotta know for this one being your child, and the universe just asks you for your patience and keep on going. Alright, I hope that helps you out. Katie? Boop. Oh, let's see. TYSM Violet. Oh, thank you so very much. Okay, you're very welcome. I believe that's what that means. Awesome. I'm glad I could help. And Stina. Hello. Hello, welcome. You look new. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. And can I get a reading, please? You may. You may get a reading. And Francis says, glad you're winning the lottery in this lifetime, Violet. You deserve it, all right. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the literal lottery. I think it's going to be more of an income of some sort. So I think I'm going to win the lottery in the metaphorical sense, which is really awesome. And I will take that. I will take that to the bank. But thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate that. And Stina says, do Metero Blado like talking to Miney? Do he enjoy it? So, okay, so cut. Katie's done. Unstina. Alright, so Unstina, you are on the board. You're on the list. So I'm gonna finish up reading chat and then I will get back to you. So thank you for your patience and we'll get to you. And Francis says, question, should Francis pursue his accounting career? Let's see, Francis is on the board. And Anastina says, alright, awesome. Well, I have caught up on... Oh, okay, so you're all going to have to forgive me. I need like 3 minutes to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hey, look! A distraction. Make sure this doesn't move. It does tricks. Alright, I'm back. Did it do tricks? Did you watch it? Did it make sure it didn't go anywhere? Okay, thank you guys. And thank you for your patience with my bathroom emergency. I really appreciate that. But now I'm gonna get to the list. No more hesitating. Okay. Honesty. Let's see. Do Meteribolando like talking to Miney? Does he enjoy it? So we're gonna pick a deck. Which deck? It's gonna be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is the Cat Tarot. Awesome. Cat Tarot. Okay, so does Meteribolando like talking to Miney? It's a yes question. We're gonna find out. Okay, do they enjoy talking? Do he enjoy it? The answer is no. Unfortunately, it is no, but it's also the lovers. So I believe he likes the lovers part, but I don't think he likes the talking. I'm sorry to give you that news, Anastina. He likes the lovers part, but he doesn't like talking to Miney. So I hope that helps you out. And then we have Francis on the board. And should Francis pursue his accounting career? We're gonna leave that at a yes/no question. Should Francis pursue his accounting career? Nice. So which deck? It's gonna be K. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the Robin Hood Tarot. Should Francis pursue his accounting career? Okay, and the answer is no. You should not pursue your accounting career. You should pursue something new with passion. And something not quite new, but something you have knowledge of. And then pursue it very quickly. And that is what the cards are saying. Alright, so we have done the list, and then I'm going to drink water and read chat. Ah, tasty. Alright, let's see here. And Anstina says, alright. And Francis says, question, is Violet going to marry and have kids, family in this lifetime? Alright, Francis's question is on the board. And Anastina has retracted a message. Anastina says, thank you, Violet. You're very welcome. And I appreciate it. Have a good day ahead. You too. Have a great day. And then I've caught up, so I'm going to do Francis's question. Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? Number 8, and that's going to be, again, the Cat Tarot card deck, because I know my layout. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cat Tarot. And is Violet going to marry and have kids, family in this lifetime? Alright. Okay, and the answer is no. Violet is not going to have kids, family in this lifetime because she's a hermit. Alright, thank you, cards. Alright. Francis says, oh my god, how do you feel about that? I'm A-okay with it, because that is my plan. No kids, no family, no problem. Water time. Water. Francis says, question. Is Francis likely going to have a divorce or be separated? That's a very good question. I'm going to ask the cards. Okay, it is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my Visions deck. Is Francis likely going to get a divorce or be separated? Is Francis likely going to get a divorce or be separated? There we go. There we go. And the answer is no. So, you are going to be a King of Swords. So, you are going to be able to use your logic to fix what you need and get what you need done. And even in this card, I see a nest, and that the King of Swords is feeding butterflies to this nest of birds. So it looks like you're going to use your knowledge to feed young, I'm guessing a young family here. So it's not even a human one, it is a bird one, so I think that's rather sweet. I hope that helps you out. More water is needed. Ah. So, is Francis likely going to commit a violent or gruesome crime in his lifetime that will likely lead him to getting locked up? I'm going to say that I believe you meant a violent crime. And leave it at that. So I'm a purple crime. Let's find out. Let's ask a deck of cards. Francis says yes. It's funny that both Francis and John have made slight errors between the name Violet and Violent in the same chat. So I'm tickled. I really am. It's funny. Okay, a deck, please. Number 2. It is the Gay Tarot. Very good. Oh, excuse me. Is Francis likely to commit a violent or gruesome crime in his lifetime that will likely lead to him getting locked up? That is a very detailed question. It sounds like, you know what, I'm just gonna draw the card and read it. And the answer is no. Thank God. The answer is no, you will not, because you are a sage of coins. And a sage of coins is gardening, so you are not. I know, honey. So you're not going to commit a violent or gruesome crime in this lifetime. You are going to be growing old and in your garden and making your wealth as you should. Retiring, in fact. And that's pretty good. That looks like a good life. And Francis says, meh, boring life? What do you mean boring? Gardening can get very upsetting sometimes, okay? My grandmother would know. She can get so into her gardening. It is phenomenal. It's all about what you're passionate about. Is Francis likely to do anything in the future that will likely get him locked up? If yes, will he commit violent act against someone inside? So Francis, we already answered that question and it was a no. I do not bother the cards with redo questions. Francis says, okay, cool, sure then. Sorry, dude. I mean, there is free will. You could go and do crimes. And we would encourage you not to, but hey, free will is a thing. Is Francis likely to leave his current job this year? That's a better question. Is Francis likely to leave his current job this year? And Francis says, I was looking for something notable and something exciting. You know what? I will ask the cards after this question and see what I can do. Okay, Francis? Is Francis likely to leave his current job this year? We're going to answer this question first. Alrighty, so which deck? Number 3. 1, 2, 3. Supernatural deck. Is Francis likely to leave his job this year? Is Francis likely to leave his job this year? And the answer is no. In the page of pentagrams, you're young and you need the money. No, you're not gonna quit. Okay, and then we have, what have we got? Something notable and something exciting. Question: should Francis go back to the university or some sort of training this year? Okay, so which deck for that? I noticed you. My phone is asking for my attention. It's very needy. Alright, so alright, so there is a list. So hold on. So Francis twice. And then Selma. And then I've caught up on chat, so I will answer these questions and then I will try to go back and do something with the ennui that Francis is having. Should Francis go back to university? So okay, it is Q, which is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is the octopus chart. So should Francis go back to university? this year. No, not this year. Next year? No, not next year. So don't go back to university. Let's see some reasons why. Oh, you're not patient enough for it. And 5 of Swords. You're gonna be defeated by it. So both you're not like, I want to say that is like, this is just not the environment for you because of your youth and because there is a sense of defeat here. So that's not going to work out. And also, and then the second question was, what Selma needs to know right now? Which okay, I guess we'll do that. What does Selma need to know? Okay, so it is the Emperor. Selma needs to know the Emperor. The Emperor is sitting on his throne. What about the Emperor? 2 of Wands. So Selma needs to know that the Emperor is on his throne, choosing choices that will be taken action on. Alright, so Selma, Francis asked this question for you, I guess. There's an Emperor making 2 action decisions in your vicinity, and you should know about it. I hope that helps you out. And then I'm actually going to do Selma's question. Okay, what is there for me in the coming month of August? Let's find out. Let's find out. I'm going to ask all of the questions. I'm going to ask all of the decks. Who wants this question? Okay, number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trust your vibes. Coming month of August for Selma. Selma. I keep saying Selma, but to me it reads like Salama. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Sel. So month of August for Selma. And the answer is mentors and role models. 18. Okay, so for Salama. Salam. Okay, so it is salam. I apologize. I think we've had this conversation before. So it's salam. Good, thank you. Salam. If you've heard that being intuitive is a special gift only for a select few, then you've been misinformed. Once you start paying attention to your vibes, you'll see that there are creative, artful, sixth sensory people all around. And they look normal except for one thing: they shine. If you hesitate to step out of the closet as a sixth sensory person, look for these mentors to inspire you to navigate the psychic highway with more confidence and ease. Seek out public people who demonstrate that being sixth sensory can indeed be graceful, creative, supportive, and fun. Role models for intuitive living are not that hard to find. They're the people who are ethical, humanitarian, and spontaneous. Their auras sparkle, they laugh out loud, and their enthusiasm for life is infectious. They listen, follow their hearts, trust their feelings, speak their truth, and act on their instincts without hesitation. And they encourage you to do the same. Ask them what their secret is, and inevitably they will say, "I trust my vibes." So for the month of August, Salam, go ahead and look for some other psychic or high vibe mentors and people to hang out with, and that is what will be good for August for you. Alright, I hope that helps you out. Okay, so I've completed this list. I'm going to have a drink of water. Ah, very good. Okay, and Francis says, "Oh my god, I love octopuses. Very tasty." Or octopi. Octopi are great. I love them so much. And Francis says, "Question, if I don't go back to university or undertake some training, then what should I do?" That's a very good question. You know what? I'm going to ask all the cards for Francis. And then Salam says, it is okay, and thanks a lot. Thank you, hands, beating heart, and floating hearts. Very nice. Thank you. And you are very welcome. Ooh, I did not realize I had been streaming for so long. So I have been streaming for an hour and 46 minutes. And my limit is 2 hours each stream. So we have about 13 minutes left. We're gonna get a deck for Francis's good question. And an ace, the cat tarot. What should Francis do, Cat Tarot? What is he gonna do? He needs your advice. Alright, what should Francis do? The King of Cups. Alright, so we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a person who has gained the knowledge of what their emotions mean and are very level-headed with it and can keep a very calm and stoic presence. And what else? Well, what should he do with that? Oh, let's see, that is the 9 of... Is that toys? It looks like toys. So toys would be, action. The 9 of action. So since you have City Cups, you are just going to have to go and go play. Go find a really nice action project to keep yourself busy. You need to go do something exciting. You might be calm and in a very stable place, but you need to go do something exciting. Can we get a hint? Get a hint. Alright, so this is the 10 of Cups. You need to go after happiness. Some action that makes you happy. You are a person that needs to go out, do stuff, and then bring back trophies. Because then you want to look back on your trophies and think about them and talk about them. So go get something actiony, fun, that's going to give you a good reward that you can bring back home and say, I did that. Go do that. Because that's what you need right now. You need something to show off. You need some sort of reward or trophy to go do, complete it, and say, hey, I did that. And that is what Francis needs. And Francis says, is Scientology stalking or monitoring Francis? It's a very good question. Let's find out. You know what? I have the Cat Tarot. There's no better deck right now to answer that question than the Cat Tarot. Is Scientology stalking or monitoring Francis? Okay, let's see here. We have, is Scientology stalking or monitoring Francis? So the answer is no. And you got the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, is again that mysterious woman who has intuitive powers and very wise. So it is definitely not the Scientologists. Because this is asking, I believe this card is simply stating the area of expertise, the area of the question, if that makes sense, because that kind of has to do with a little religion, a little spirituality. But no, they're not stalking you. Okay. And Francis says, thank you for that beautiful reading. Now I know I should continue the accounting career. I'm really glad. Thank you. You are very welcome. But yeah, it does say follow the accounting career, but also go do some other hobby that's gonna make it fun, make life fun, and bring back a trophy and show it off to your friends. That's definitely what was in the cards. Is the government or some groups monitoring Francis? Let's find out. So, is the government or some groups monitoring Francis? We're gonna do, is the government? Yes. And, or some groups monitoring Francis. And again, yes. Somebody is monitoring Francis. And I find it funny that both of these are orange tabbies. One is the Two of Swords, which is a lot of thought. And this cat is yawning. Really stuck on these decisions here. And Temperance is meditation on what is going on around you. So meditation and decisions of the mind. So you may want to look as boring as possible to the government. Just that is what the cards are advising. You're going to want to be yawning, and you want to do some meditating. You want to look as innocent as possible. if the government is monitoring you. That is what the cards are saying. Alright, and then I'm going to look back on chat and drink some water. And I see Sweet Potato. Hello, how are you? It's me again. He stopped contacting me because of family opposition on 15th June. He even didn't wish me on my birthday. Will he ever come back? Will we get married? I will do a reading. Hold on. Alright. So I am going to make a list. And then whatever we're doing right now, these are the final questions because we are at an hour and 58 minutes. And I stop being able to, like, my burnout time starts at 2 hours. So I'm just going to do what is left in chat. I'm going to put you on the list. I'm going to do the list, and then that's it for the night. Alright, so Sweet Potato is on the list. So thank you for your patience. I will finish up chat, and then I will do your question. And then Francis says, question, is Francis likely to face any prosecution or penalty to be help responsible for what they are monitoring him for? And Francis says, oh God, I'm glad. Okay. Francis. There we go. Alright, and then it's going to be Sweet Potato, and then Francis, and then that's it for the night, guys. All other questions can wait until tomorrow. I am burnt. I am ready for bed. Been doing a lot of readings. Some lovely readings. So, a deck for Sweet Potato. Will he ever come back? Will they get married? We're going to get a deck for that. Okay, number 3. 1, 2, 3. Supernatural deck. Oh, by the way, Sweet Potato, that does sound very stressful. I'm sorry going through all that. Okay, so the big question is, will he ever come back? Will he ever come back? Will he ever come back? I'm very sorry, Sweet Potato. This card is indicating that no, he will not come back. He's on his throne of goblets. He's emotionally set in what he's doing, and he's not really upset about the situation. He's on his throne. He does not look upset by the situation, and I'm sorry to relay that to you, but it looks like he's okay with the separation, and it doesn't look like he's looking to come back. So I do apologize, sweet. I hope it works out. And then Francis. Is Francis likely to face any prosecution or penalty to help responsible for what they are monitoring him for? we're gonna pick a deck. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cats, tarot cards. The cats have been very active tonight. And then when I say cats, I mean the cat tarot. Okay, is Francis gonna have any penalties? Is Francis gonna have any penalties? Is Francis gonna have any penalties? And the answer is no, you will not have any penalties. The Queen of Cups. It looks like there is a woman who has a very comfy, calm aura that's going to help you out. And so you're not going to face any penalties. So, hey, that sounds like a future wife. Good for you. I notice you. I love you. Alright, so that is what the cards have to say. And I've hit the 2-hour mark. I'm going to catch up on chat and then I'm going to say good night. Alright, let's see here. And Francis says, meh, I got lucky this time, alright. Awesome. Well, you have a great night, and thank you for all of the questions that I was able to do readings for. And I will see you in the near future. I'll be back in 22 hours. That's 8:30 tomorrow. Alright? Good night, everyone. Good night. And John says, thank you so much for the beautiful and insightful readings today, Violet. You are very welcome. Go, enjoy your night. Hope you have a restful sleep. Thank you, and sweet dreams. Thank you. Good night.